Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's topic is going to be about a question that I've been asked a lot growing up. People ask weird questions and obviously I want to be honest. So growing up during school or even when I was in and out of relationships, I would always get asked these questions because yes, growing up, I was a little bit confused. So if yes, the title tells you all, it's how I came out. Growing up, I know for a fact that when I was little, I liked boys, but at the same time, I liked women, you know? But I don't think I liked women as crazy as I liked men or boys, whatever you want to call them. Um, so the question I've always get asked was, when did I know and how did my ex-girlfriends feel after they found out that I came out of the closet? To be honest with you, I never asked them. Um, I think I don't think there was any type of resentment, or maybe they did know, maybe they just had doubts. I don't know. But you know, we still kept each other as friends on social media, so I that would be a good question that I can ask them. Not that it matters. I mean, they're all in relationships. I'm pretty sure now that what I see. I mean, I do want to apologize to them personally. That happened. I'm I'm pretty sure they asked them the same question. And how the hell did they feel when they found out that I was gay? Trust me, it was a surprise to me too when I found out that I was gay. Just kidding. But you know, I was in love with these girls. I mean, I felt obviously some type of way with them, but I knew that wasn't me. I didn't feel complete. Um, I think if okay, I had a girlfriend in the past that actually knew that I was gay. I told her I was gay, and even after that, she still wanted to be with me. She told me that she will still accept me for who I am, and she didn't mind be with me, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, you know, because since I was young, I've always wanted to be a father. I've always wanted to be a father since I was like 18 years old, but obviously it's never happened. I mean, I just look pregnant now. I'm just fat, but you know, obviously a child is never gonna come out of me. But, I don't know. I don't know how life would have been if I had taken that route, you know. I know the next question people are gonna ask, were you guys, you know, sexually intimate? Yes, there was. I mean, obviously, I wanted to experience. Did it feel good? Duh. It's pleasure. Why not? But it wasn't who I was. I knew for a fact that that's not what I wanted to be. Um, or the situation I wanted to be in. Um, but I knew from a very, very, very young age that I was different from everybody else. Um, I remember when I was little, my mom would catch me wearing her heels or sometimes even trying on her dresses. What the hell was I thinking? I don't know. Um, do I want to be transgender? No, definitely not. I don't have anything against them. I support them with so much love. Um, but no, I don't want to be transgender. I do like being a man. I love being a man. But I am gay, obviously. Uh, so I gave the girlfriend a try, maybe through middle school, maybe to the beginning of high school. Um, but I officially came out to my mother when I want to say it was 13 or 14. I want to say it was 14. I remember it was a rainy day. We were driving to the laundromat in La Puente, which is right off of Hacienda and Emor, right next to CVS. I want to say CVS. I don't know if it's there yet. I mean, still. Um, but I remember it was a rainy night. We were driving back home from washing our blankets. It was just me and her in the car. And I was really quiet. I was just looking outside the window because I was thinking about it for a while already. Then I wanted to tell my mom that I felt different. And it was pretty cute how it happened. But, I mean, Mama was a little sad. I remember we were driving in the car and I was sitting in the passenger side and my mom asked me, is everything okay? Obviously because I was acting weird. And I told her no. I was like, I want to tell you something. I have something to tell you. And then she said, what? And then I told her, I was like, I think I'm bisexual. And then we stayed quiet. And then my mom started driving slow in the car. And then she looked at me and she was just like, you're bisexual or are you gay? And that's the moment when I was just like, damn, that's a hard ass question because I think she's right. I think I am gay. Um, but I think she knew the whole time and she told me, you know, can I tell you something? And let me tell you, when she told me that, I thought she was going to tell me she was a lesbian, but didn't happen. But she told me, you know, I always knew. I just didn't want to ask you. I wanted you to tell me when you were ready, which I really appreciated that because I know in between that there was people telling my mom stuff about me. And my mom had to quickly shut them down and tell them that they needed to leave me alone. That's something in my forehead, guys. Sorry. But she did tell me that she knew the entire time. She said since the first time she caught me wearing her dress, which I can't remember me being like 5 or 6 years old, wearing this burgundy dress that she had in the closet, which I want to say it was for one of my aunt's quinceañera. But, you know, at first it was kind of awkward in the beginning, and I know my mom would tell me not to overly act gay or make it noticeable or tell people that I wasn't gay. And it wasn't to close me down and keep me back in the closet, but it was more so to protect me from the world. Because at the time, obviously, I was oblivious to everything, and she knew what was going on, and she's had gay friends growing up. Excuse me. And she just wanted to protect me, that's all. And growing up, I was mad at her because I really thought she was just trying to hide me. But she wasn't. It was actually to protect me. And after that, like, I feel like me and my mom became really close. We were inseparable. We were always together. Everywhere she went, I was always with her. And we got so close to the point that we decided one night that, you know, I went out with my friends and I came back home and my mom was sleeping in my room, okay? And I was just like, what the hell are you doing in here? And she was like, oh, I just wanted to sleep in here. Ever since that day, Mama and I moved in together into one bedroom, and we were like best friends. Like, I was so happy. We would gossip a lot around that time. We would sleep whilst we slept together. We would gossip when we would be in the dark. We would be talking about boys, about love, about drama, basically everything girls do, or maybe sisters, but just as mother and son. And it was a really special moment for me. I feel like Mama and I got really close together, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, my mom was actually raised in a Catholic home, and obviously she thought a little different, but she wasn't gonna shut me down right away. She even told me herself that she wasn't gonna close the doors to her house because at the end of the day, I was still her son. And obviously, she didn't agree with my lifestyle, but it is who I am. And it even got to the point where I would take her with me clubbing to gay clubs, and she would actually be happy being up there, you know, partying, dancing. And it was amazing, you know. Thank God that I had that experience, because I've seen all these videos and stuff where people have these really bad experiences with them coming out, and it breaks my heart because I wish a lot of people would have been like my mom. I officially didn't come out to my dad maybe till like 6 years ago. I just happened to tell him at the time that I was in a relationship, and it was with a guy. And, you know, he cried and he told me he knew the whole time. And, you know, he asked me why it took so long to tell him, and I was honest with him, and I told him I just didn't feel comfortable because obviously I grew up with him. It was more of a macho thing. He wanted nothing but boys. He wanted a man. You know, I'm not saying that I'm not a man, but he wanted me to be with women and have kids, and you know, obviously that's not what I was. And my dad accepted me. He told me he would always love me regardless, and it was a really special moment. My family opened up their hearts to me um, from the start. Like they knew. And what the funny thing is that one day when I went to visit my family in Fontana, my madrina, my madrina was in the kitchen, and the way she basically told me that it was okay for me being gay and it will accept me was going up to me, and she had a, I don't remember, it was a jalapeno or a serrano chile, and she went up to me and she was just like, look, Nene. Nene is the name that my family calls me by since I was little, and she was like, look, Nene, lo que te gusta. And we laughed it off so hard um, that moment I knew that my entire family would not shut their doors on me. And I was pretty happy. And ever since, my family has been so supportive, so loving. I thank God that I didn't have that bad experience that everybody goes through. Um, I love my cousins. I love my aunts. I love my uncles, my brothers and my mom for being so supportive and so open-heartedly for with me for coming out with them. You know, I never really told them thank you, but I'm pretty sure that they might come across this video, and if they do, I really hope that they know that I appreciate you guys, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this decision that I made in life to coming out with you guys really easy. Um, I'm going on already 14 years being out of the closet, and it's been the happiest years of my life. I feel myself, you know, my family can play with me, they can gossip with me, like, I thank God. You know, and to anybody out there that's struggling to coming out, just know that you have people to listen to you. You have people that care. You have people that love you. Even if if they're not family, you have friends. You know, before I came out to my family, I was coming out to my friends first, and they were so open about it. And you're not alone, honestly. The gay community is so big that we all support each other in one way or the other. So you're not alone. If you know that your parents are a little easygoing, don't be scared. Just let them know what's going on. You know, just be like, you know, at this point in life, you know, I feel this way, and how would you feel? Um, just trust in God. You know, the more you trust in God, the better things go for you. And you know, that's what I did when I came out to my mom, and everything went fine. But you're not alone. You can always ask me questions. I will leave my social media on here, and excuse me, you can ask me your questions that you want to know, and I'll be glad to help you guys.